Good morning. I'm starting the Parrish Hills segment today. I'm doing this in multiple trips. First part will be an out and back because I can't bike very well uphill in a very long direction, and so to use a bicycle to shuttle myself for this segment, that's what I'd have to do. I'd rather do an out and back, and isn't that pretty? So my plan is to get pretty close to that water crossing and then turn around and come back and then get that water crossing from the other side in a few days. Yeah. Ooh, this is lovely. Very pretty. And then I'll just string the separate videos together into one video of the entire trail going from, going westbound. And you know what? I need to wake up because I already managed to miss a turn on the trail. Yep, it's right here. Guess I did not get enough caffeine this morning. There we go. I keep hearing what sounds like a loon to me, but I can't seem to get it recorded. So that lovely wooded section over there where the trail goes by the lake is kind of abruptly ends, and now we're on ATV track. And it's been cold, so I get the benefit that it's firm and frozen. It'll probably be nice and soft and gushy on my way back today, though. And this is kind of an issue with trails that are shared with motorized vehicles. This happens. I'm grateful we can use the trails to walk on, but obviously it's much nicer when no vehicles are allowed on trails where people hike. I understand that can't be the case right now in this area, I guess, but it makes for somewhat difficult walking sometimes. Pretty. I thought I saw online somewhere that Parrish Hills segment was free of blowdowns. It's not, but so far, no big deal. They're like this, for the most part. Just easily walk around them. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see a little path to the left. That's good. A little marshy view. Okay. Lovely marsh water-filled area. Oh, okay. What's this say? It says that metal remains, but I don't see any metal. I guess people stole it. Okay, I'll have to balance beam myself across that log. Oh. Yeah, okay, so there's part of the truck. Some of the truck is back there submerged. And you know what? I got my feet soaking wet anyway. For those of you who don't care about following the actual trail, there are intersecting dirt road, ATV roads, whatever. So you might be able to avoid some of that nasty stuff. I'm going to use them on the way back to the car today. I personally like to do the actual trail, even if it's a sufferfest. That's just me. But others, check out your Far Out app and notice where the ATV trails crisscross, and think about using them sometimes as an alternative. Again, if you're not applying for the 1,000-miler club recognition, because that would be against the rules, and if you don't really care about doing all the actual trail. Okay, that is not the way to go at this juncture. You go this way. I just spaced out and walked, I don't know, quite a few tenths of a mile in the wrong direction before I realized, hey, I might not be on the trail. So yeah, that was a nice 15-20 minute detour. Road right down there. Probably take that on the way back. This is where I'm stopping today, the first day. Again, the stretch of trail isn't particularly difficult. There's some hills, but it's pretty in the woods, especially, once you get out of the ATV dirt roads. It's really lovely. It's just a matter of logistics with me and the bike and some other stuff. So this section's going to be done in chunks. Then I'll string it all together. But here's where I'm stopping today. It's the crossing with 5 Cent Road, Primitive Road, 6.2 miles from the parking lot, the beginning of the segment at Townline Lake. I think that's what it's called. So now I'm going to turn around and walk back today, though I think I actually might take some of these roads, just the whole network, just so I don't go back exactly the same way. Just looks interesting. This is the bit between the water crossing and where I started yesterday. This is the tiny little bit of roadwalk / trail between the Parrish Hills segment where it goes down to the water and where I started yesterday. I didn't get that first this morning. Alright, this is where I started yesterday. Now I'm going to go back and get that 3.3 mile section that includes the water crossing from here. Okay. I've got 3.3 miles of trail left on the Parrish Hills segment. It'll be done as an out and back, assuming I can get through the water crossing, which I expect to be relatively high and really cold. I just realized I was going to film in the other direction on the way back to keep this video consistent in one direction, but I'm already filming. Okay, so I know it's a long crossing. It's not moving very quickly. The question is, how deep is it? Where is the other side? Exactly. And how deep is it? Okay, I see the other side over there. I'm prepared to go in up to my waist. Slightly less than. And I'm close enough to the car that I can just turn around and come back if I need to. And I have to do this twice. I have to go and I have to come back later. Okay, I'm gonna put my camera away, my phone away, in a waterproof bag, just in case. See you on the other side. Or not. I'll see you as I bail and get back to the car. Okay, so I'm 5'9", and it went up just to underneath my knee. It didn't ever go so quickly, the current, that I felt in danger, though there is always a temptation to rush. There's always a temptation to rush when you get close to the end of a crossing like that, and you really have to make sure you don't, because that's when you can fall and get a lot more wet. I am only going 3.3, a little less, I guess 3 miles in now, and turning around and coming right back, so I'm not going to bother changing socks, because they're just going to stay wet. I'm just going to move, and I wear special shoes that drain water, so okay, I can get that on the way back. I'm going to concentrate on knocking out these miles now. Well, this is a mud swamp, but my feet are already wet anyway, so I still kind of don't want to have to walk right through it. Ugh. It has been like this for a while now. I'm just gonna not film anymore until I get to something that's more enjoyable. Better. Going uphill now. That looks like a really nice place to sleep. I love the way this fallen log, has been made into a little bog bridge. The Ice Age Trail, in my opinion, needs a lot more of this kind of thing. An easy and excellent use of fallen wood. Well, I know a lot of work still goes into constructing that. And thank you to the volunteers to do it. And I know there just needs to be more people power to get all that done. Yeah, I love this. By the way, I met a really nice volunteer named Jackie. She's out here. I saw her on another part of this segment when I did the 6 mile or 12 mile total out and back from the east 2 days ago. Now she's working on the western part, clearing what's left of the blowdowns from the ice storm. But this trail's pretty clear. It's been a good hike. This is a really pretty stretch. And we're coming out to where I stopped the first day I did part of this trail. Cool. So I did Parrish Hills segment in 3 different hikes, and I filmed it, chronologically, but I'll slice it together so that it's one continuous hike. Though this section I did in the opposite direction, but you'll still get a feel for the overall trail. whoever's looking at this very no frills video, just to get a sense of it. And once again, I think I'm going to create my own way back to the car now that I've done the trail, combining these RV trails and then the upper part of the actual trail. Yeah. Different day. I am about to do the last 2.5 miles of the Parrish Hills segment. Wasn't paying attention and I kept going this way. Here's the trail. So backtracked a little bit. That ends the Parrish Hill segment. Now I'm starting the Harrison Hill segment.